Get $3 off every order at PlayAsia by using the code CENSORED.
Throughout history, many video games have had potentially offensive content changed, and for a multitude of reasons. Video game characters have sometimes even had complete makeovers, and today we're going to list some of these characters who were altered because of their racial appearances. Number 1. Jynx. Jynx is a psychic Pokémon from Generation 1, whose original design was met with criticism for resembling blackface, a racist stereotypical depiction of a black person. One could argue that her design is based off the Japanese ghost Yamauba, a winter spirit with bleach blonde hair and frostbitten skin. Still, to avoid this controversy, her skin tone was changed to purple in later Pokémon installments. Number 2. Skull Kid. Skull Kid from Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Ocarina of Time did not always have the puppet appearance he has today. Instead, the original release of Ocarina of Time and the Japanese version of Majora's Mask depicted Skull Kid with a black face and larger lips. Not only was Skull Kid given a wooden face in later versions, but his lips were changed to look more like a beak. Number 3. Oil Man. In 2006, Capcom released a remake of the first Mega Man game on the Sony PSP, titled Mega Man Powered Up. To stick with the tradition of 8 robot masters, Capcom added Time Man and Oil Man to the roster. Although Time Man was quickly accepted by the community, Oil Man received some backlash due to his appearance. Oil Man was ridiculed for portraying a negative depiction of African Americans. His original Japanese design featured a much darker shade of blue, complete with big pink lips, which were later changed for the US release. Number 4. Zan. In Harvest Moon: Hero of New Leaf, there is a tribal character who goes by the name of Zan. In the Japanese version, Zan's skin color is much darker. This skin change was given to all versions outside of Japan and Korea to avoid a negative stereotype of an African American. Number 5. Bandito. The original version of Toy Story 2 featured a Bandito character in Level 13, Airport Infiltration. This controversy resulted in a protest which was covered by Gamasutra back in 1999. In the protest, over 120 people gathered outside Activision's offices in Santa Monica, demanding the change of the Hispanic stereotype. Due to this, Activision changed the character's appearance in all later versions to a blonde-haired cowboy instead. Number 6. Wham Bam Rock. Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo contained one particular boss that is yet another example of what could possibly be seen as a stereotypical depiction of a black person. In the Great Cave Offensive, you encounter a boss that goes by the name of Wham Bam Rock, and he has pitch black skin, large lips, and a tribal appearance. This design was later changed by Nintendo for the DS remake Kirby Superstar Ultra. There, Wham Bam Rock is completely made of stone. Number 7. Rusty. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball is a free-to-play sports game for the 3DS, featuring this sullen-eyed dog as its titular character. In Japan, Rusty has a completely different appearance. With large teeth and squinted eyes, Rusty could possibly be seen as a stereotypical depiction of the Japanese. Seeing how the game originates from Japan though, Rusty's original design could be argued to look that way to appear greedy, since squinted eyes and massive grins are said to be traits of greed in Japan. Number 8. Big Mama. DJ Boy on the Sega Mega Drive featured a recurring boss called Big Mama, a fat woman with pink skin. At least that's her depiction in the Western version, or in the Japanese version, Big Mama is a fat black woman with big lips. Number 9. Jane the Gorilla. Jane the Gorilla is from Nintendo's ongoing Animal Crossing series, and her appearance went through massive changes between the Japanese and international releases. For starters, Jane's lip size is reduced and her dark skin is tightened to avoid association to a racist stereotype. Additionally, Jane's nostrils and tired facial expression is changed as well. Number 10. Treasureland Native. The McDonald's video game for the Sega Genesis, titled McDonald's Treasureland Adventure, features an enemy in the Japanese version that had to be changed when brought to the West. In the third level, titled Magical Sea, there are native enemies with dark skin and puffy red lips. These natives are changed to look more robotic in all other versions outside of Japan to avoid any potential controversy. We're almost done, but we have one final example to share with you. Though not a physical change, Xenoblade Chronicles antagonist Metal Face was given a name change when brought over from Japan. In Japan, all of the faced Mechon bore names in reference to their color schemes. Mysterious Face went by Brown Face, Yawadoeth went by Gold Face, Jade Face went by Green Face, Face Nemesis went by Silver Face, and Metal Face's original Japanese name was Black Face. This entire name scheme was changed when brought over to the West, and it is suspected that this was due to names like Blackface and Brownface being thought of as inappropriate outside of Japan. But that's all for now. Make sure to subscribe to Censored Gaming to stay up to date with the latest censorship in games. And until next time, thank you for watching.